Okay, for all you guys that are having trouble with your harmonic balancer on your C6 Corvette, I've got a 2005 convertible C6 on my lift. I'm going to show you how we changed out a harmonic balancer on this. The Mitchell program says it'll take about 7 hours to do it. First phase of it to get the balancer off and to put the other one on took about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So this is what we've done. Most of them are going out, I've noticed online, at about 60,000 miles. This C6 has about 59,000 miles on it. The balancer went out. So this is what we've done. We took the steering rack out, and of course in order to do that, you've got to take your sway bar off. You don't have to take it totally off. You can leave it connected up here, but you take the two mounting brackets off the front, drop your sway bar off, and of course that'll give you some room to work up here. Then you have two holes, two little eyelets where you take your steering rack loose. Right there is the one bracket, and right there, if you can see, that's the other. Right beside of it in the front is the ABS control unit. It is this bracket right here at the bottom with the two bolts. Take it loose and you can push it upward. You can push it upward and out of your way by hand. You don't have to take it totally loose or take brake lines out. So you take the ABS unit loose, you unbolt the two bolts for the steering rack. You take loose all of these hoses here and pull them loose. There's a small bracket to take it loose. You take your tires off. You take your connecting rods loose here. Of course, you just tap on this aluminum lightly with a hammer on each side. Be careful doing that. That joint should pop loose. Then you can swing the wheel unit out of the way. We also drop the engine cradle about 1/2 inch. We loosen this bolt here. And on this side, you'll notice a crack. We loosened it about 1/4 inch. And what that did, that gave us room in this hole on the driver's side to pull the entire steering rack out. Of course, we had to take loose the joint that was connected into the steering box. That goes to your steering wheel. It had a little Loctite on it. We took that bolt loose, moved that out of the way. These small brake lines are in the way. You can push them out of the way without disconnecting them. And you take off the two feed lines to your power steering unit, just the two. Lay them aside. And with this opening that we've created, you pull the entire unit out of the driver's side. See, we've made space here on the driver's side. This took about 1 hour and 45 minutes to take this loose and pull it out this way. You'll notice that we've put the new harmonic balancer on. We've not set the bolt yet. We just set it up there. Some people use the old bolt from the harmonic balancer they took off to set the new harmonic balancer, but I've heard that there's a problem with that sometimes. Sometimes you can strip out your crank threading and then the bolt will back itself back out. And you have to tear it all out again. So it's best to use a set tool. Most set tools are just a bolt. This is a number 16 metric threaded bolt. You need at least, if you're going to make your own set tool, you need at least a 10.9 strength metric threaded rod to go in there. At least a 10.9 strength, because that was the crank bolt that was took out. And also you'll need a strengthened nut to put on that threaded rod, and also a bearing for it to spin on, and a washer. But you can usually buy those set tools for about 50 bucks on eBay or some site. Just make sure they're the right hardness, because you could break off the threaded rod in your crank and then you'll be in a lot of trouble. So anyway, basically to drop this sway bar, take the steering connecting rods loose, swing that out of the way, drop the ABS unit here with these two bolts. You can push it up by hand, move those black brake lines out of the way by hand, take that steering connector off of the box. You can twist and contort that out and bring it out this opening after you've dropped your engine carriage about 1/2 inch. You can bring it out of here in about 1 hour and 45 minutes. Going back together will be a little bit quicker. But anyway, that's sort of the long and short of doing it. This repair, if you take it to a repair shop, will cost you about $1,200. I bought this based on my VIN number, bought this harmonic balancer and the bolt to go in for about $160, $170. Mitchell program says it takes 7 hours to do this. I figure you can do it in about 3-4 hours, and about the same for a C5 Corvette. And you can see how we done on the driver's side. We took the connecting rod, everything out, that ball joint out. Just by tapping on this lightly with a hammer, it fell out, and we were able to push it through and take it out the driver's side. So that gives you an idea on how to change that out. I've seen a lot of it on YouTube and on forums, but that's sort of how we changed it out. Shouldn't have no problem with it.